Hi everyone. For today I'm going to be doing problem 5.3 of the homework. For this problem, it asks us to find the transfer function from this block diagram. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and find out what all the inputs to all these different blocks would be. Starting at the front, we have f of s coming in and something from this leg coming in as well. So we're going to backtrace this to find out what's coming into this leg, and to do that we have to find out what's coming into this one. So this one comes all the way back over here, so we know this is going to be x of s is going the input to this block here, which means that take this and multiply by 6, you're going to have 6x of s as the input to this summer here, and it's going to be negative. And to find then the input to this block, you have the sum of these two, f of s and negative 6s x of s into this block. So we'll write that here, negative 6x of s. And then going through this block, we just multiply by 4, so the input to this next block is going to be 4 times f of s minus 6x of s, like that. And then going through this block again, we have a multiplication by this 1 over s. So the input to this side of the summer here is going to be 1 over s times f of s, 4 times 4f of s minus 6x of s, like that. Alright, and then we can find out what this summer is taking the sum of this one that we just found and g of s and this leg, which comes from this block. The input to this block is the same x of s over here, so we know that x of s times 8 brings us to the input of the summer again, so 8x of s, like that. And then this summer outputs all of these guys to this final block, so the input to this final block is going to be 1 over s, this guy here, times 4 times f of s minus 6x of s. And then we're going to subtract off g of s, and we're going to subtract off 8x of s. Alright, so now we kind of filled in our block diagram here. By going through this last block, we have essentially found this equation here, and we're saying that that's what would be the output of this block. So that would be here, right? But that's also x of s. So now we can write an equation that says x of s is equal to this guy here that we just solved for. So I'm going to write that again. For f of s minus 6x of s minus g of s minus 8x of s, like that. I believe, actually, let's see here, this should be parentheses, like that. No, there's another s of s here, sorry, like this. Alright, so now we have this big long equation. Now, essentially, when we're trying to find the transfer function, we're looking for t of s equals x of s over f of s. Output over input. Now for this block diagram, we note that there's 1, 2 inputs. So we're going to need 2 transfer functions. So one transfer function is going to be ts equals x of s over f of s. And the other one is going to be ts equals x of s over g of s, like that. So we're going to go ahead and solve this big equation for x of s real quick. First thing I'm going to do is move this s over. Got s x of s equals 1 over s times 4 times f of s minus 6x of s minus g of s minus 8x of s. That one. All right. Like that. All right. So now we're just going to go ahead and multiply this whole thing by s. So we get s squared x of s equals 4 f of s. I'm going to go ahead and distribute this 4 over here. Minus 24 x of s minus I'm going to also move these real quick. We're going to do 8s x of s minus g. Oh, do sgs. Sorry. Yes, that's right. All right. Now we're just going to go ahead and continue to solve for x of s. Move all the x's over here. So we get s squared times x of s equals plus 8s of x plus 24x of s equals 4f of s minus sg of s. Like that. And finally we'll go ahead and pull out this x of s real quick. S squared plus 8s plus 24 equals 4fs minus sg of s. Like that. Then we're going to go ahead and to do these two separate transfer functions. For the one transfer function, you ignore the other transfer function. So for one, we're going to pretend, for the f of s transfer function, we're just going to pretend that the g of s one doesn't exist. So we're going to move this this guy over here. So we got x of s equals, and we'll go ahead and at the same time move this f of s over the other side. So we end up with x of s over s of s, which is what we're looking for. So now we have 4 over s squared plus 8s plus 24. That's one of them. And the other one, same thing, we're going to go ahead and ignore, for the g of s transfer function, we're going to go ahead and ignore the f of s input. And so we'll move this polynomial over here underneath the g of s, and then move the g of s back over here. So we end up with our second transfer function as x of s over g of s, which equals, we had this negative s left over, divided by s squared plus 8s plus 24. And those are your two transfer functions. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.